Okay, what's that? So Sinawali's double sticks, right? Now we can do any of these with single stick too. We can do downward figure eight left and just keep repeating the pattern left and right hand. That's easier to do on double. Svadhi Daga is long and short. Okay, you have a sword in one hand, and a blade in the other. You have a small stick. You have one long stick, one shorter stick. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's just you call it long and short. I don't care. I'm not too big on terminology, but I want to expose you to a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do what we did last week. Now, the Svadhi Daga is really good for ranges, right? Because we have the long range, but then we start breaking in through the shorter ranges. Okay. It's also good for coordinating your footwork, because we haven't done it up to this point. We haven't really done any footwork. Eventually, you want to have the same footwork that you have when you're moving around empty hands. We're very similar. So whether we have sticks or knives in our hands, the knives actually make things more light and in and out, kind of more like the boxing. Okay, the longer weapons have more body mechanics behind them and torque, and we have a lot of different lines that you don't have actually when you're going empty hands. You're going to hit at all these lines that you don't normally have attacks coming from. When you play, you've got to be aware of those lines. Okay? So it's Svadhi Daga, downward figure eights. We have a downward figure eight, so we're going to do three, right? So we start on the open side. The knife hand's going to stay up just like we have with our boxing one. We don't want the knife here. We keep it here or here. Okay, kind of protect the heart. All right, so we don't want to keep it up here. Some people will keep it up like this. This is more of the Thai Greek wrong. It's just it's going to be moving. So, but you always want to have your blade awareness, right? It's like knowing where your muzzle is at all times. Same thing with the blade. Okay. So downward figure eights. We're going to 1, 2, 3. As this one comes through, we're going to step and thrust on this line. Back in, back in. Okay. That's the first one. So actually for the low high, we're just going to do the back in, back in. So 1, 2, 3. You thrust, you back in, you thrust. Step back. 1, 2, 3. So notice my left foot is moving. This is the start of getting your footwork with the long and short. And then as I'm going to start it back, as this foot lands, I start the pattern again. 1, 2, 3. Thrust, back in, thrust. 1, 2, 3. Thrusting on this line, backhanding on that line, and thrusting again. Okay, so with a partner, actually, okay, so we both start, our right foot's forward, okay, we do a 1, 2, 3. Now as we thrust, we're going to thrust past each other's shoulder as we step and thrust, okay, keep your other one here. So we want to be right about this range here. We backhand, and we're going to thrust up like this. This is the backhand line. Just touch. And as we step back, see what long range, 3, thrust, backhand, thrust. Then step back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thrust. Oh, see this? You go underneath. There you go. Thrust, backhand, thrust. And on the backhand, come back to this position. Bring it all the way through as this comes up. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Thrust, backhand, thrust. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,